All right, new vlog. Before I start this vlog, just want to say that this video is sponsored by no one. But if there are any brands out there who's willing to sponsor me, yeah, let's talk. Okay, so for the past year, my main vlogging camera is this small DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I bought when it came out in November 2023, if I'm not wrong. I got it, mainly as a vlogging camera because I don't want to be carrying heavy equipment or bulky cameras around when I'm vlogging. This gets the job done for me. So I just want to share my thoughts about this camera. I won't be diving deep into any technical specs. I'm just going to share very broadly about what I love about the camera. And if you have any questions, just pop it in the comment section below. Okay, so first thing that I love about this camera is the image quality, of course. I love the log mode and the ability to shoot in 4K 10-bit. It gives me a lot of flexibility and a lot of room in editing and color correcting, color grading in post. And I think that the bigger sensor size of this camera compared to the previous version helps a lot with low light filming, although I don't think it's comparable to Sony a7S III when it comes to low light filming. But in most vlogging situations or most scenarios, I think it's on par with a7S III and most of the mirrorless cameras out there, although it's not a full frame camera. Plus points for its active track features, which helps you keep in focus and helps you be in the frame whenever you're vlogging and walking around. Then secondly is portability. Yeah, this camera is very portable and it's very discreet. When you buy it off the shelf, it's about this size. It's very small. See, that's my hand right there. So most of the time, people don't really notice that I'm vlogging or I'm filming, and it's not very intimidating. Unlike when you use a mirrorless camera or a DSLR and you need to bring a gimbal for your steady shots, it's quite a big setup and you are attracting a lot of attention when you're outside. But for this one, you don't have to worry about that. Third major thing that I like is the audio. Surprisingly, the built-in mic for this camera is not bad. It's usable in places where there are not a lot of noise, ambient noise. Some of the audio in my earlier vlogs that you may have watched or may have not watched was just direct audio from the Pocket 3. Because I always make it to a point whenever we're on vacation to still continue to be active and work out, because I'm not getting any younger. Then of course I got the DJI mic, which I'm using right now. You can seamlessly connect it to the Osmo, to your phone, to your camera. The good thing about this mic is it also records 32-bit audio, 32-bit float, which is kind of like recording raw in terms of audio, and it's very helpful since I can't monitor sound when I'm vlogging, so having that feature is really helpful when I go to editing. Those are the top 3 things that I love about this camera. Some other extra features are that I really appreciate are the accessories that you can get for it, especially the battery grip. Sorry, it's the battery extension. Let me just set the battery extension that can also act like a grip. It can extend battery life. In my use case, I can pretty much vlog the whole day with it. Another accessory that I like are the ND filters. So I got the ND filters here. Yeah, so they range from ND 16, 64 and ND256. So these are really helpful when you're filming in very bright scenes, very bright scenarios. So if you don't want to over crank your shutter speed unless you're filming slow motion, right? So how this works is just it's magnetic, it's very strong. You just click it, no, not click it, just put it in front of the lens. Yeah, so now you have the ND filter. Yeah, it's really very sticky, it's very hard to remove, so it's quite secured. There's another accessory that I like, which is this wide angle lens that is also magnetic. Gives you about 108-degree angle of wideness. It becomes a 15mm lens. Yeah, but the downside of using this wide angle lens converter thingy is that sometimes, you know, if you're filming in bright situations, right, very harsh lights, you can get a little bit of weird halation effects. I'm not sure if that's the correct term. And again, with any kind of wide angle lens, you will have distortion. So I try to minimize using it unless I really have to. And since we are talking about downsides, I think it's a good segue for me to share about the things that I think need improvement, or my wish list. I hope the next version of this camera will have the following. First, weatherproofing, or any kind of weather sealing. Or if DJI can have an accessory to make it waterproof, like a special housing or a case, that would be perfect, at least for me. Because, you know, if you've seen my previous vlog, I like going to the beach and vlogging. So usually I will use a DJI action camera or a GoPro when I'm vlogging near any type of water or beach or pool. But if they make the next version weather or waterproof, I guess I don't need to switch from different cameras to another. Yeah, it's very convenient to just bring one. And aside from weather sealing, since they already have a wide angle converter, why not create a telephoto adapter, like maybe a 50 or 85 converter, which is very good for isolating the subject, or if you want to push in a little bit closer. Another idea would be if they could make a modular head for this camera, like this whole thing. DJI has they have a lot of professional drones where you can just change the camera that you use. I think it's called Zen Muse. Yeah, so if they can do that for this camera, like you can just change this part here, switch it to another head, another camera that is a telephoto, that will be amazing. Minor improvements, I guess, better low light performance. Yeah, I'm still on the fence whether this camera needs a bigger sensor or not, because I understand that if you want to make it bigger, the footprint of this camera will also be bigger. And I think for me, this is really ideal for vlogging, especially for newbies like me who wants to vlog discreetly and, you know, don't want to carry heavy gears around. What else do I have in my list? If the next version could have a log to Rec 709 preview, so when you're filming using the D-Log mode, you're able to see how your footage looks like when you color correct, because most of the cameras nowadays, they have that capability. So as you can see, I have a lot of high praises for this camera and very few minor complaints. It's a great tool to have, honestly. If you ask me, would I use it for a professional shoot aside from vlogging? Absolutely yes, I would. Most cameras nowadays are very good and can be used in any professional shoots, as long as it's used within its capabilities and its limitations. I think should be fine. You know, as a user, I think it's very important that you learn what are the limitations of your camera and how to use it so you can really maximize it to its full potential. And I hope you enjoyed my first tech review, although it's not really very technical. It's not really a deep dive, but I thought there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube already about that, and I just want to share how I use the camera, my own use case. Sometime in the future I will do another review about the camera that I'm using right now, which is Fujifilm X-T5. This is a camera that my wife gave to me on my birthday. I have a love and hate relationship with this camera. I will share that story when I do a review about it. So keep an eye for that by subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like. Again, for any camera manufacturers or brands out there who wants to collab or partner with me or want to sponsor a startup YouTube channel, I'm happy to discuss. Okay, to the next vlog. Bye.